welcome to the first recording of Driving Conversations. I don't know if I'll do this live. I'm kind of a little on the shy side, but I just figured I'd try this once. It's going to be one of those almost a little sarcasm, comedy, however you want to look at it, talking about some of the things going on right now in our country that I don't know. This is my opinion, and my opinion, well, not just my opinion, and I think the opinion of several people in the United States, but I'm just going to talk about different things that are happening. What are some people thinking, or what I feel some people are thinking, and just what I think our government is trying to pull over on us. But I guess first place I want to go with this whole deal is the guy that they say is our duly elected president. You guys, everybody wants to talk about a conspiracy theorist and all this stuff, or people being a conspiracy theorist. I just want somebody to explain to me. Now, I will say one thing, that the closest thing I could get to how Joe Biden would have beat Donald Trump in an election would be people voting against Donald Trump. I honestly cannot believe that many people would have voted for Joe Biden. I mean, it just makes no sense. The guy's an idiot. But getting past that, explain to me how first a guy that was not even in the hunt in the primaries goes to one state and one congressman, senator, whatever, endorses him, and all of a sudden he is leading the pack. I mean, I don't know, like I said, there were other candidates, and I'm not saying I'm a die-hard Democrat or a die-hard Republican. Right now I'm leaning more towards the Republican side of this, but there were some candidates. I'd have voted for Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, she just spoke the truth, and was not leaning too far or way far to the left. But we let this guy, or they put this guy in. I mean, I honestly feel like the Democrats said, you know what, we're going to prove to Donald Trump we can beat him, and we're going to beat him with the dumbest person out there. And they did it, or maybe it looks like they did it. However, how they did it, I don't know. Like I said, you'll never convince me that he was honestly elected. But that's my opinion. But then the other thing, then he picks his running mate, who was not. She was worse than he was in the primaries for the presidential election. And you're going to tell me that they get somebody in that nobody even wanted in their own party? I mean, Kamala Harris, come on. How do you do that? I guess my theory on that is they probably were able to cut back on security agents around the president because, face it, it would really have to be somebody stupid that would want to assassinate our current president and have her move into position to take over. That's just, I mean, that would be asinine. So maybe that was the Democrats' honest way of saying, we're going to put him in, and we're going to put her in because nobody's going to do anything to him if she's going to be coming in to fill the spot. But I think they started that with Obama, to be honest with you. They got Joe Biden in there. I think it was to get the old white vote and probably protect Obama. I'm sure that everybody thought, him being the first black man, that he was going to be assassinated and all this. Maybe that's why they put Joe Biden in behind him on that one. But who knows? It's a done deal. We're having to deal with it. We're having to deal with a man that he can't even talk the truth. And then it's bad when he says one thing and then there's audio audio or video proof of him actually doing or saying something different. Hey, I have to apologize for this bouncy video because I'm driving down the road here, up the road, whatever you want to call it. Driving in this one-ton truck. It's a little rough on the rough road that we have now, but I apologize there. But anyway, how can he goes out there and he makes comments. He said, tells a story about something, and then it's right away disproved. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, just the other day, he's sitting there. I watched him say his epiphany on gay marriage was when he was in high school. Being dropped off by his dad, he saw two men kissing, and I'm just like, I'm guessing if you saw them, you probably not Joe Biden. Thinking that was right, especially back in those times. I mean, that's just, no, you weren't doing it. And then they show a video of him actually saying that marriage is between only a man and a woman, which, that's the true definition of marriage. I know we accepted some of these things, but that's, I don't know, you just can't do those kind of things and just think that we're just going to turn over and everything's going to be right just because the government has accepted that. But anyway, they've rung Joe Biden up. In my opinion, Joe Biden is nothing more than a puppet. He is doing the bidding of the far left and the Democratic Party. I mean, go back and watch the debates. I mean, I know it's politics, and I know that it happened on the Republican side too, but to talk and say the things that were said against Joe Biden in the debates, and then to just turn around, he's the greatest leader we've ever had. I mean, come on, people, just don't start that stuff. I don't know. I mean, I look at this thing and, I'll admit, I probably watch more of the Fox News than I do anything else, but I will change the channel every once in a while to see how the other side's presenting the story, or if they're even presenting the story. Donald Trump, he could fart, and he was going to be the cause of pollution. Then Joe Biden, there's things that have come up, and they just it's never even considered to investigate. Nothing ever comes up, or the media on his side never even mention it. It's just like, okay, those guys on the far right, they're lying, they're disinformation and all that. I have a hard time understanding how that can be one of the topics that just it gets swept under the rug, and nothing is done. I mean, we got a president now that says, he's for the middle class and the lower class. He's going to start taxing anybody making over $400,000 a household. And I'm like, okay, then why exactly, how do you get all this support from those people that are in the upper echelon of the income making? I mean, you're going to tell me that they accept the facts? Oh yeah, go ahead and tax us, and we're going to support you more. I don't know, that makes no sense at all. I mean, tell me, how does that go? And I mean, face it, more than likely the tax situation is going to affect the lower and middle class more than it is the upper class. I mean, right now you can look around and it's getting, the so-called rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. I mean, that's the way it is. The rich have the money. When interest rates go up, they just make more money on what they have. I mean, that's just the way it is. We had a president in there that truly wanted things better for our country. Okay, we will support some countries, but we're not going to bend over backwards and support everybody. I mean, think about it. How many countries has the United States went to war for, protected and everything else, and are burning our flags? I mean, that just says that big brother syndrome doesn't work for everybody, and people are dislike it. Trump going in there and telling these other countries that they're going to have to pay their fair share. Why not? I mean, I've heard people say, oh, he hurt the budget, and his tax cuts were hurting. Well, if you take out some of the money that we're giving to other countries that we have no business being involved in, don't tell me that, oh, his deal. I mean, he's cutting taxes and, we're going to go broke as a country because of that. No, he's cutting taxes that are helping people middle and lower class, and those people are going to have more money to spend and, keep the economy going. That's just the way I see it. Anyway, hey, that's all for now. I just go ranting, and that's about all this amounts to, more or less. And hope you enjoyed it. Put some likes on the video if you like it, and welcome any comments. Thanks again.